Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome back to Spilling It. I feel like we need like a drum roll every time. Bing. We have Rachel here today, and we are just gonna listen. We don't even have a plan for today. We're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna talk. That's the
Lord
best.
knows we can.
Yes,
we'll go from here, there, everywhere.
Listen, sometimes when we hang out and we are the most tired we ever are. She could still come over and I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to talk. And then we're like,
yeah, or if like something happens in your life and you're like, I'm not ready to talk about it. And I'm like, okay. And then like an hour later, she's like, so.
I say that all the time. Like, I'm not ready to talk about it. But then if somebody just lets you not talk about it, it's so nice.
Well, I feel like, if like you feel safe, it comes out like eventually. Organically.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to do some fun rapid fire questions. But first we're going to talk about, be honest now. If we were to meet today, what is the question? Be honest, if we met right now, would we be friends today?
I would like to think yes, but like I feel like I would have a hard time approaching you.
I feel like why is it just me? I get that.
Because I feel like you're like, you kind of are intimidating.
Yeah. What is, I always want to know like what's intimidating, but I don't know exactly. Like I always try that. I'm like smiling because when I was a kid, everybody thought I was intimidating too until like I started talking and they're like, oh, you're actually really nice. And I'm like, is it my face?
I mean,
is it my walk?
It's like your presence. You're like very sure of yourself, super confident, and I'm like, not that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know that I would go up to somebody and be like, let's be friends.
Well, let's be for real. You didn't come up to me. I came up to you.
Correct.
I was like, can I have a piece of gum? So we would be if I approached you.
Right.
Yes.
And then I would happily be friends with you. But I'm not initiating.
Yes. Yeah. You are not quite the initiator.
Unless I got some cocktails in me.
True.
Then I'm a different person.
You know what is really funny about Rachel and I? I don't think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Okay, when we're sober, like I will tell you exactly how I'm feeling. I have no problem doing that.
Right.
Rachel has a really hard time doing that. She would not. You get like 3 drinks in her and she's like, and you get 3 drinks in me and I'm like,
she's so nice.
I'm so nice. Like I would never.
Like too nice where I'm like, Cort, this guy's being creepy. Back off. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I thought he was nice.
Yes. Or even like people, I'll be talking to everybody and Rachel's like.
Boundaries.
But I'm not talking to you. Rachel will be like, no, thanks. I'm like, yeah, come over here.
I get like gassed out.
You do. And
she's like, come with me. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm done. Like
I just remember the concert and she was done. And I was like, Rachel, come with me. She looked at me and she was like,
it was like 10:30. The concert was wrapping up. I'd had some cocktails and I was like, I am not ready to go talk to people right now.
I'm not talking to anybody. I was like, fine.
I promise I'm not mean. My social battery was at 0.
Neither of us are mean, but we do have points of like, okay, I'm done peopling for today. And we both get like that, but not with each other, thankfully.
Yeah, we have that friendship where even if we're at 0, we can still hang out.
We can be like, hey, you want to hang out? You're like, mm-hmm.
We just watch shows. We scroll on our phones.
It's like amazing. Okay, we're going to do rapid fire questions because I thought this one was fun. Okay, let's go. What does it say? Okay, who's most likely to get kicked out of a public place? Probably me for sure. I can't imagine you.
She breaks rules
all the time.
And it like makes me physically uncomfortable.
I think rules, listen, there are some rules that I'm like, oh, don't do that. And then there's rules that I'm like, that's stupid. I'm doing it anyway. Like, example, okay, we went to the wave pool. Rachel didn't hear this. But
no, I can't.
We're at the wave pool. Hallie is like all the way in the deep end and the waves started and we weren't there.
Yeah, like she can touch when the waves are not on.
Right.
But then it started like buzzing and it was like, I was like, yelling for her to move and she wasn't hearing me.
Too many kids.
So we were booking it.
We're booking it. The lifeguard's like, walk. I'm like, I am trying to get this
I didn't
child.
hear it. Jada was like, Mom, the lady yelled at you. And I was
Multiple
like,
times.
First of all, if you're a lifeguard and you see a mom running, there's a reason.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, we're not just going to be race into the pool to get the waves. Like I was like, my kid.
I get that's a rule, but I'm also like, we are grown adults. We're trying to get to that child who doesn't have a life jacket on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was like, I'm not just running to run.
No, but I break rules all the time because it'll be like, don't go this way. And I'm like, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
Every time. Rachel will be like, Cort. I'm like, it's fine.
Like, what if we get in trouble?
I know. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. I did that even as a kid.
Yeah.
We're like, that's stupid. Who's most likely to fake an emergency to leave a bad date? I would do it. Both of us would.
Yeah.
I don't
If
think
we were dating, I feel like I'd be like, Cort, fake text me.
She'd be like, oh, sorry, my best friend. She just called me. Did you ever have a bad date?
No,
Listen,
I mean, I like had my high school boyfriends and then met Josh at 19. So like, no.
When you first met Josh, like, did you like him right away? It was at a party?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't have a bad date story. Because me and Ethan started dating when I was 16.
Well, it's like in high school, you don't really go on dates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's more
like you hang out at like somebody's house or you go to a movie.
Can you imagine dating now?
No.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, some of the stories I hear, I'm like,
Our
wow.
like grown friends who are on like dating apps and stuff, it's like, sounds rough out there.
It really does. Every time I hear it, I'm like, what?
You know what my mom though, she told me, like, I can be very sassy with the people that I'm comfortable with, and especially my family.
Yeah.
I'm more outspoken than most.
Yes.
And she was like, I'm just so glad that you met your person young. Like, I was worried about you. I was like, what does that mean?
I was worried about you. She's like,
you're a rough
a lot.
one. You're tough.
You're a lot. I'm a lot. I already know that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else could handle me like Ethan can handle me.
You are a lot.
Or Josh like Ethan. Josh and you, I mean.
Yeah.
You're not a lot, but man, oh my God. Who's most likely to accidentally text the person they're talking trash about? Rachel.
Been there, done that.
Rachel has done that. And I
she
have to
texted
remind
me separately. It was like a 3-way group chat. We're no longer friends with this person.
We are not.
She bothered me.
Horrible person.
Yes.
Bad friend. But
so she sent something. I thought it was.
You thought it was me.
Yeah.
And it was like a group text. And
I said, that's weird. And she was like, what's weird about it? And I was like, oh. And then
Me,
Cort like side text me. Like, that's
a group text. I just want you to know that. She's like, fuck, you've done that?
with a voice thing too.
Oh, a voice memo.
Yes.
Oh my
Remember?
God. That's right. With your other. So we have two bad friends. We'll
each
call
had
them,
one.
We'll call them Sally and Sarah. I had Sally. Rachel had Sarah. Sarah was Rachel's bad friend, and you accidentally voice memoed her.
But thankfully, it was like, she was like, who are you talking about? And I was like,
not you.
I don't remember what I said, but she didn't know.
I don't either. But
It was vague enough that she didn't know it was about her.
I think you meant to voice memo me.
Yeah, we were talking. There was a lot of drama happening with like my wedding, and it was like,
If you guys have ever seen Bride Wars
or Bridesmaids.
Both
Like
of them, because more Bridesmaids, because they were fighting over Maid of Honor.
yes.
Which is funny because Rachel gave a pre-warning that I was already going to be her Maid of Honor, but somebody could not handle that.
Still felt some type of way about it.
Yeah. And you know in Bridesmaids when she like takes away the bachelorette party from the Maid of Honor, it's exactly what happened.
Yeah, Cort had to call me and be like, so and so is like this. She's suggesting this, and I was like, no, like I don't want to do that.
She wanted to go to the Apple River for your bachelorette party and camp
for like a whole weekend, which
mind you, we're all like, I had 2 kids at that time. The Apple River, if you live in Minnesota, the Apple River, when we were in high school or early 20s, it's I think somebody got stabbed there.
Yeah, they did. He died.
But that's the river. You know, like you go there and you're flashing people and we're all like,
It's basically a bunch of kids underage drinking.
yes.
It's like a reason
There's
to party.
trash everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're not like the camping type. So when she said like we could get a tent and I'm like,
Too much food we'd have to plan for to camp for 3 days.
yes. Who wants to cook that
Ugh.
at all? Like it was horrible. Anyways, we'll get into that story. Who's most likely to start a cult by accident? A cult? We are very hyper aware of cults.
We watch a lot of the documentary series and it blows our mind.
Every time.
I mean, it would be you.
It'd be me.
Because you already
I'd
have this
start
like
anything.
big following. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
people would be like, Cort said so.
God, you guys, if I do that, you have to be like, is this a cult? You punch me in the face, okay? This 100% me. Who's most likely to survive one day in jail and come out with a story? That would be me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you ever getting in trouble enough to go to jail. Actually,
I mean,
actually,
I've been handcuffed and thrown in the back of a cop car.
okay, we took this test, this like purity test. I don't know, Austin, it's all over TikTok. Austin and Kendall like were like, Mom and Dad, you do this. A lot of them was like, there was a good chunk of them. I was like, oh, Rachel's numbers are going to be like really low because the lower it is, the worse you are.
Oh.
And it's like, were you handcuffed? Have you been? And I'm like, no, I've never been handcuffed. Have you ever been thrown in the back of a cop car?
Yeah, they handcuffed me and put me back there. And I just sit back there
For how long?
for like a half an hour.
Oh. What happened?
Okay, so here's the story. I wasn't at fault here. So I had a friend and we had just left work. We were all meeting at Perkins. And he had an airsoft gun in his car. And we were like kind of hanging out, kind of flirting. You know what I mean? Like I liked him. He took out his airsoft gun and he was like pretending like he was going to shoot me. Just flirty. Like, I'm going to get you. And it was a black airsoft gun. So an older couple in Perkins saw him flailing around this gun, thought that I was being threatened, and
listen, I would do the same thing.
So we were in the parking lot, and all of a sudden we hear all these sirens, and he's like, "Oh, something's going down." Next thing you know, they're surrounding his car.
Oh,
like 4 of them. And I was like, "What's?" And they're like, "Get out of the car! Get out of the car!" It's raining. We get out. They throw me on the ground, and they're like, "Cross your ankles!" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out." They have like shotguns pointed at my head. It was
my God,
so dramatic. And they handcuffed me. First of all,
why are they handcuffing you?
I don't know. I was the one being threatened, according to said old couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they handcuff me. They throw me in the back of the cop car. And then I sit there and they're talking to Bill. They handcuff him too, obviously.
Yeah.
Or they're talking to the guy that I was with. Then he like got the story. They realized it was an airsoft gun. They uncuffed me and he basically was like, "You need to get new friends." And I was like,
The cop said that?
yes.
And you're like,
and I was like, because of an airsoft gun? Like my little brother has an airsoft gun.
is it
like
just
it was
air
like
that comes out?
it was like
pellets?
it was like a little ball, little plastic balls come
Okay.
out, I think. I don't know if that's an airsoft gun, a BB gun. I don't know. It was
Definitely not a BB, but airsoft sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he got taken to jail and they were like, "Can you drive his car?" And he had like this Cobalt, like he loved his car. And it was a stick shift and I was like, I don't know how to drive it. I didn't want it to get towed. So thankfully his friend and I was like, he can drive it.
How long was he in jail for?
He stayed for a night.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they got him on vandalism because he had shot one pellet at a sign and they were searching the grass. It was so dramatic. But my dad, he worked for the city of Coon Rapids and he works with like, you know, he's the city administrator. And so he talked to like police and was like, "How was this handled correctly?" And they were like, "Absolutely not." So my dad like called and like reamed out the sheriff and he was like, I mean,
he never did that again.
It was like very overreaction for a small town. There wasn't a lot of like crime. And it's like, I don't know, they came in like a bunch of cowboys. Like,
That's scary.
I was like shaking.
I would be too.
My
I'd be like,
adrenaline-
what's happening?
I was like pissed.
That's so scary. I do remember this story, but I guess I don't
It's
remember.
been a while
him.
since
Yeah,
I
that was
forgot
a
about
long
that.
time ago.
I was 19 years old.
Whoa. Okay, so you can read some of those. That's wild. I've never been arrested or my handcuffed. Nothing.
Who's more likely to say I'm fine and then cry in the car? That would be me.
You. I'll say
Well,
I'm fine, but I won't cry.
I cry alone all the time.
I cry never.
I cry in the shower. I don't like crying in front of people.
Yeah, me neither.
But if I'm by myself,
we're both so like neither of us are overly emotional as far as like crying goes.
right.
Like if you see me crying, I think everybody's like, what's going on? Because
Right.
I never cry.
I'm like an empath crier too. Like
Yeah.
if I see somebody crying on a show, it could be the Real Housewives, like drama show, and I'll be like,
but listen,
like,
I
it's
will
like
on
I take
TikTok.
on their emotions.
Yeah, like TikTok or like soldiers coming home every time. I'm like,
Or I cry. Do you cry at books?
nope, never.
Amy
not
was like,
once.
my sister said, I've never cried from a book. And I'm
I've
like,
never
I
either.
sobbed during books.
Which book have you cried on?
I feel like Reminders of Him. I
Mm.
cried.
If you read Four Winds, you'll probably
I'm
cry.
listening to that on Audible.
The end, I was like, if I was a crier, I'd probably cry right now.
So,
So
like-
many people messaged me and said that they cried during that book. Four Winds.
Yeah,
think
I know.
Emily and
Everyone
Cassandra-
said get ready to cry.
Yeah. And I didn't cry, but I just think it's not, when I'm reading a book, I don't feel the emotions like I do if I'm watching
Oh, really?
like
I
a real
do. Like, I
video.
just like
I don't know.
take it on.
Yeah. No, I don't cry.
Who's most likely to get back with an ex?
Probably either one of us because
I
we're
mean,
both.
I did it in high school. He was like,
Yeah.
I was like obsessed with him and he did not treat me good. And I still,
Yeah.
every time he called, I'd answer.
I think I would too, only because we both have this, we're both very loyal people
Yeah.
and we both see
We hold
good in
on,
people.
Yeah, and we hold on to relationships
way too long.
Way too long. We did it with our friendships.
Yep.
And it's funny because when I was in it, because
Yeah.
I went through it, the friendship loss before you did.
Yep.
And Court's like, how do you not see that this girl's not a good friend to you?
Yep. And then I went through it and you
And
were
then
like,
I
how
was
do you
like,
not?
Court, she's not a good friend. You know, and
Yeah.
it's like, you don't realize.
When
you're in it.
Yeah. And then you completely break that like tie to them and you're like, wow.
Fresh air.
Holy cow. So we both have that tendency of like, I can see why you're such a good
Well,
person.
so you can remember the good times and like when they were there for you, but then it just like.
It's a hard balance for me personally when somebody is like really working on trying to be a better person and then they
Mhm.
come back and I'm like, I am always rooting for people to be a better person or like be a better friend. And so you think that's going to happen. You have this optimistic like
Right.
view.
And I feel like too, like we're really good at letting stuff go.
Mhm.
Like if we say we're over it, it's like we're over it.
Yes, 100%.
So like if she was like, I'm sorry, then I would forgive her. And then it would be
100%.
like a couple good months and then something else would happen.
Mhm.
And it really was like I got engaged. She got engaged 9 months later and we were both planning our weddings. And there was like so much drama.
So much drama.
You guys,
Rachel
she
was
was like
smoker,
my.
and she was going to quit smoking before her wedding day. And I was like, there was no possible way for you to
I was
quit
so
because she was
stressed.
she made your wedding, like the before your wedding, horrible for no reason.
Yeah. And then we had mutual friends and I would hear what she was saying. And it was like, you guys, this girl was like one of my best friends. And I had my wedding date planned for months and months and months. And she came over with her husband and we went out and like, we were in college at the time, Josh and I. So we went out, we were drinking. And at like 3 a.m, they were like, we have to tell you something. And I was like, okay, we're all getting ready to go to bed, you know? And she was like, we're thinking about having our wedding the week before yours. Are you okay with that? And I was like, what? Like,
So
Like, I was like, we had so many mutual friends that I was like, they live out of state and they're going to have to like pick whose wedding they come to. And I was her maid of honor. And I was like, I'm planning my own wedding and you're going to go the week before mine.
And I think what made it even worse was she put this guilt on you of going, well, I have endometriosis, so I don't think I'm going to be able to have kids.
So we're trying to get married as soon as possible.
And it's like, okay, but I've already been planning to be married, and all of you, like she said, they were all in high school together.
Right.
And so a lot of your high school people would be like back-to-back weddings.
Right.
But hers would be before yours.
Right.
You're like, okay. And then
I literally was in my last semester of college also.
Yes.
So it was like I was in the thick of it.
Yep. And she also, there was so many things that led up to that because it was like lies upon lies with this person. And it was kind of the same with my situation too, where it was like all these stories that they're telling other people about you, about me, and you're like, that's not even what happened.
Right.
Like she told everybody you were pissed at her for planning her wedding.
She said she was really dramatic and cried because I asked to do the same summer as her wedding.
Yeah. Not the weekend before.
Right. And then she also said that I was copying her wedding ideas when Josh and I got engaged in April and she got engaged Christmas.
Yeah.
So it was like I had already planned half my wedding already.
Right. She is such an interesting person.
She didn't come to get ready with us.
No.
I provided makeup, hair, and she went to a separate salon. So she's not in like any of my pictures.
She also told everybody, like at your bachelorette party, she didn't speak to me one time. Like
we had two segregated groups of people
because
it was like team that girl or team Cort.
Which is ridiculous because I'm like, we can plan this together. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, I'm the maid of honor. I'm going to do all the things. But she made it like that where it's like, okay, either you're on Cort's team or you're on mine.
Well, and my sisters showed up early. We did it at Josh's parents' cabin. They live in a lake. We took out the pontoon. It was super fun.
Way better than the Apple River.
Yes. We had a nice house with AC, beds. But my sisters got there early and they were doing all this stuff inside and she wanted to decorate the outside. And my sisters asked if they could help. And she said, I just really want to be in charge of the decorations. Like this was like the one thing. So I don't want any help.
That's what
then
she
went and told everybody else that no one offered to help her. And so she was just turning and twisting and manipulating people's emotions and their feelings.
And it's such a, and when people are getting married, it's such a high emotional thing. So of course, like everybody wants to help, but then you have somebody else who's like twisting literally everything and making it basically about them versus about you. Like, oh, I don't want to get ready with you. I'm going to go get ready at a different house. It's like she wasn't even a part of your wedding at that point.
Yeah, she literally like came at like 3:00 and the ceremony was at 4.
Yeah.
Like it was like I didn't see her the entire morning of my wedding. And then, once you're doing the wedding, you don't have time to sit and talk to your bridesmaids. You're like here, there, and everywhere. You're getting pulled in so many different directions. So it's
family and friends. Yeah. Needless to say, that absolutely broke your guys' relationship.
Absolutely. We tried to make it work for like months and months after.
And then you were the maid of honor in her wedding like a few months later.
Right. And then it was just things different. Just never recovered after that.
No, because she never took any I think the biggest thing for both of us is
validating feelings.
Yes. And being like, I understand. Like I made it about me when it shouldn't have been. And I'm sorry. She could not do that. And she didn't get it. She's just one of those people who.
Right. Like she made a comment about like she was in my wedding, but she was like, I'm 4th. Like it was some sort of ranking system. And I was like, it was my maid of honor.
Why and then I have
2 sisters. Josh has 2 brothers. So we paired them together. And then it was like the friends on the tail end. And I'm like, it's not a ranking system to be like, you're the 4th most important person in my life. But like at the end of the day, I've known you since I was 7, and then I have my 2 sisters.
Right.
Like, of course they're going to go before you.
Right. I don't know why anybody says that ever about a wedding when you're walking down the aisle and they're like, I'm last.
Like, you made the cut. Like, you're in somebody's wedding. That's like a really big deal.
Out of how many people at your wedding, this is your top, whatever, 5 people.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So
I know.
Some people cannot handle that. But anyway.
Literally.
Not in your life at all, which we're like, we still talk about it sometimes.
Yeah. And it's like, if I see her, fine. You know what I mean? Like, it was 12, 13? I don't even know. It was a long time ago, and I'm over it, but
listen, this was growing. It was like one of those things that I was like, what's going to break this? Because it was a long...
festering.
Totally.
But I feel like the older you get, obviously that was like mid-20s. We all were still immature, whatever. She's probably a totally different person. I'm a different person.
Yep.
But as you get older, it really is true that your circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And like,
and
I'm happy. I don't need any more new friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's one of those things too, where you see things differently at this age than you do back then. Like, looking back, and you learn a lot about yourself, and you're like, we don't mesh like we thought we did.
Right.
Which is totally fine. But listen. Okay, what's our next questions?
Who's most likely to take a TikTok challenge way too seriously?
Oh my God, obviously me.
Yeah. Social media queen over here.
Yeah. I'm like, let's do this challenge.
When she's like, I need you to be in my TikTok. I'm like,
TikTok's mean.
Is mean.
They're mean.
You guys,
I've blocked so many people.
Like, when our New York one went viral.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I told Rachel,
I couldn't read the comments.
Don't read them.
You guys, it was like...
So let's set the scene for a second here. And let's give like a little background. If you haven't seen the video, we'll just like do a little clip right here. But so Ethan and Josh like got together, and we've been wanting to go to New York City together for the longest time. By the way, we're going to Salem and we can't even wait. But that's not the point. So Ethan surprised both of us.
Yes.
Like, him and Josh planned, like, he got a babysitter, like all the things. And
you guys, this was like COVID too. And like,
was it 2021?
2021.
Yeah.
And like, COVID was hard for me. Like, I have major anxiety. I like feel like I was depressed there for a little bit. Like, I was going through it.
Yeah.
And Courtney was like, oh my gosh. And I was like stunned silence, because all I'm thinking about is, how did he pull this off? How are we financially going to afford this?
How are we paying for
like,
this?
How,
was your big one.
Yes.
Who's watching the kids?
Yeah. Like, I was just like, the main one was the money, because I was like, this has got to be expensive. It's Christmas in New York. Like, I was like, I'm scared.
What TikTok didn't see was that after the filming was off, was Rachel immediately like, how the did you pay for this?
Yes.
But it was a surprise for both of us that Ethan, he planned it all, but he also covered it. Like, we covered it.
Right.
And like, when you're doing a video like that, it to me,
it was my honest to truth reaction. Like, you could, like, I wasn't like putting it on for the camera. Like, I was panicking.
And everybody's like, wow, she's not even thankful. She's
like,
not even grateful.
She's like, this poor husband. Like, this wife is, I was like.
You're like, no, listen, we're living paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
How the heck are
like, we weren't in the place that you guys were in. So I was panicking, thinking, oh my gosh, did he put this on a credit card?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Josh would.
He would.
He would.
I do all the finances. So I'm thinking, how did he pull this off?
Right.
Because I didn't see anything coming out of the bank account.
Nope.
Like,
yeah. But also, Ethan and I never, like, it gives me an ick to say that, like, oh yeah, we covered it. Like, nobody wants to say that on a video and be like, pat myself on the back.
Right.
It was we're doing this for Christmas kind of thing.
Yeah, like, they've done a lot of stuff for us, and it's like, I'm like, I never want it to feel like I'm going to assume. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm always like, what do I owe you or whatever? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't care if you make $1 million or, you know, like I'm never going to be that person who's like, meh, they got it.
They're paying for it.
They got more money than us. Big deal.
Yeah. And you weren't really, were you like working with me at that point?
I think I was only doing like
randomly?
1 day a week.
Yeah.
You know when I used to only do Wednesdays?
Yes.
So like I, you know, was still just staying home with the girls.
Right. Yeah. And we stayed in a tiny hotel room, the 4 of us.
We shared it.
It was like we were so, and the bathroom too had this like
fogged glass.
Yeah, and it was right by the beds. So you could like be like, hey.
Yeah. And like who clogged the toilet?
Yes. Was it Ethan?
It was either Ethan or it might have been Josh, actually.
Sometimes when we're in a hotel room, he'll be like, I'm going to go downstairs and go poop. I'm like, you're going to go all the way downstairs. I would not do that. But he will be like, no. But we're sitting there doing our makeup and they're both like, we're going to go down the stairs.
It was a real, I mean, if you've ever been in New York, everything is small.
Remember the freaking elevators?
Oh my gosh.
You guys, I have a legitimate fear of elevators. I got stuck in one when I was a kid. And so Rachel and Josh came back one time and she was like, you guys, those elevators.
There was one that was like, boom, boom. And it was like making crazy sounds. It felt like it was shaking on the way down.
It flew all the way past our floor.
Yeah.
And then
I told them, me and Josh told the front people, were like, something's going on with the elevator because it was so scary. And they said they fixed it. So then Cort and Ethan took it.
Yes. And it literally would like, and then it would just go down.
It would drop randomly and then stop.
And we were really high in New York. Like we were high. I'm like, oh my God, no thank you. No thank you. But we've shared a lot of hotel rooms. Amber and Brando's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Ethan? Like, him like looking, we were in, I don't know, this old hotel room and he's such a
okay, me and Josh actually were just we watched White Chicks yesterday and it shows like their hotel room and there's just shit everywhere and he's like, this is what it's like traveling with you in Cort. And I was like, you should have seen our room in Nashville when we stayed at the Four Seasons.
Like, we're like, we don't belong here.
Stuff everywhere. And these poor women are coming in and organizing our makeup and our skincare. I
feel bad when they do that because I'm always like, you don't have to.
We've never had someone come in and do that.
No.
We were like, yeah, we don't belong here.
No, we don't. The only reason we stayed at that Four Seasons was because that's what Claire picked. And I'm like, I want to be by you.
Yeah. And it was like right across from where we needed to be.
Yes. And we literally could walk to Nissan Stadium, like right over there. Like it was right downtown. However, it's when they walk in and they start saying like, hello, Mrs. Anderson. I'm like,
We ordered room service and it was like super fancy. We were like, oh
my God, the cheese and the crackers were like,
it was like
fancy cheese.
Bruschetta. Of course, like, ew.
I didn't eat anything.
I feel like we barely ate. We're eating the Pringle cans in the room.
Yes, that were probably like $100 freaking.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
Can I have those peanut M&Ms in there? Like that's all I wanted. But when we stayed at this hotel, it was like an old hotel. And Ethan,
he was on the bed. He's staring up. And I said, Ethan, are you crabby because...
What did we say?
I said, Ethan, are you crabby because me and Courtney made a mess? Like, the room is messy.
You could tell that man was stressed.
Because our stuff was everywhere. We were getting ready for a wedding.
And he said, no, I'm crabby. There's black mold on the ceiling. And we all looked up and we're like, there is black mold.
There was sopping wet water from the AC unit on my side of the bed. So when I got up, it was like, in the carpet.
Josh was like, is this your pony cord? And it was like nasty and gross. And we're like, Josh, was it a brush?
It was a hairbrush. He's like, this your guys' brush? And I was like, ew. Like, clearly someone didn't clean the room very well.
No, we're like, no, absolutely not. That was not our brush. We have a ton of stories. Holy God.
We do.
I'm gonna steal this. Okay. Oh my God. This is a good one. Who's most likely to marry rich and regret it? We talk about this all the time. I would never
marry rich.
And well, I mean, if it was
If
the person was
is this
a good
like we're
person,
not in love with this person, Mary Rich?
I mean, I'm assuming because it says and regret it.
I don't think I could do it.
I would not marry anyone based on how much money they make.
No.
And I'm dead ass serious. First of all, for one, I don't want to live with somebody that I don't actually, I'm getting the vibe that they don't love this person.
Right.
I couldn't marry somebody just because of their money.
Right.
And
never.
No.
It's like you
Even
spend
if I was
way
dirt
too
poor.
much time together to like settle just for money.
Yeah. No thanks. No, I don't think either of us would.
No.
Okay, this is friendship edition. Who's most likely to forget your birthday and make it your fault? Neither of us.
Yeah,
No
there's
way.
no way.
No. First of all, my birthday's a holiday. Rachel
I'm
could
really
never
good
forget.
with dates.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm like,
and I know Rachel's birthday because it's 222. Like it's just really easy.
22288, and I have it all over my
all over.
If you wonder where the 2288 comes from,
it's her birthday. Who's the most likely to be the emotional support friend? I feel like we both are.
Yeah, there's like been seasons in our life where each of us has needed the other.
100%.
Like that's kind of what friendship's for. Is
right.
Like you lean. Like when Josh was deployed, I could have absolutely not done it without Courtney and Ethan. Like
yeah, when Nevaeh had her stroke.
Yeah.
Diabetes. I mean, literally
a lot of medical stuff
thing.
With you. Yeah.
so
Well, and then like when Jada had her major orthopedic surgery, it was like Court came to the hospital almost every day.
Yeah.
And like
I was like,
she was a freaking rock star because when you're like in it, you're so emotionally drained and just like she's like here, Jada, can she have a popsicle and can you get her a wet rag for her face? And I'm like, I never even
I'm like
thought to do that.
Can she have a popsicle? And the nurse was like, oh yeah. You're like, I didn't even know you could get those. I was like, Nevaeh's like every day Nevaeh had one. And but like I remember my mom doing that and me also being like, cause she obviously lived in a hospital when my dad had cancer, all of that stuff. So she knows a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah.
And so like when Nevaeh went through all of her stuff, it was like, she's like, here, let me do this and let me do that. And I'm like, I didn't even know that I could do that.
Right.
And then here you are. Experience makes you like, even though you go through really, really hard times that you're like, I wish I could never go through this again.
Right.
It does make you a stronger person on the other side of it.
For sure.
Even though it freaking sucks going through it.
Yeah. In the moment, it's
horrible.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to have receipts from 2012 just in case?
That's me.
That's 100% Rachel.
I'm like the person who keeps receipts. I keep things like tags
organized
on my clothes until
God,
I wear them. I sometimes donate stuff where I'm like, the tag is still attached. Like I never wore it.
Not surprise me at all. I literally go in her closet. I'm like, you still have tags on there. She's like, I mean, just in case. I'm like, what?
Like the return window's probably over.
You're like, I have.
But Court like pops tags off before she even tries stuff on, and it's so triggering to me.
Immediately.
Like she's like, ping. I'm like,
and you know what's even worse is I do that, and then I put the tags in random spots.
And then you sometimes have to return them, and then they're all like scuzzy about it.
Ethan's like, where's the tag? I'm like, I popped it off in the bathroom. I don't know. Sometimes I'll just have like the size. I'm like, does this count? And he's like, no, the actual tag. Who's most likely to be your ride or die in the apocalypse? Both of us.
Yeah, we're each other's ride or die always.
All the time. All the time. Okay, this one's great.
I mean, Josh would be handy to have around also.
Also, yes.
With his military. And
oh my God, yeah. And Ethan, he could be like, he is one of those people that like does those Survivor things. Like I feel like he could win Survivor because he knows
Josh,
random shit.
We got like so into Naked and Afraid that he bought one of those fire starters where
he
you like
did?
Yes. And he like made a fire and I was like, well, we're good.
Did you ever hear the story about Ethan going to a Survivor camp and they had to kill chickens to eat them? Like he was there for like a week.
I vaguely remember that.
I was like, so was this like what, like, how did your parents even find that? Like they literally dropped him off in the middle of nowhere and said like, okay, you guys have to survive.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. I'm like,
listen, Court's going to be coming to my house because I got like a whole pantry
full
of stuff.
Rachel
You're like, you're a doomsday prepper. I'm like, no, I literally.
She's just a prepper.
I just like being like, we're out of this. And I can go downstairs in my little pantry and be like, here it is.
But then she'll be like, I'm out of this. And then
buy
buy
more.
it. And then be like, oh, I had more in my cabinet.
Like, Josh, I just found this. He'll be like, oh my gosh.
Rachel's a 6. And if you know anything about Enneagrams, they are loyal people. They are prepper people. And like literally
worst case scenario
all the time, just in case.
Like if you're at a wedding and you need, someone's like, I need a safety pin. I'm like, I have one.
Yeah, Rachel has everything in her bag. I walk around all the time like, Rachel, do you have a tampon? Because I never have one.
I literally keep them in my purse always. I keep them in my car.
Nevaeh's like this. She'll be like, I have one. And she brings it out of her little bum bag.
I feel like most women just keep tampons in their purse.
I know.
You're just a hot mess.
I am chaotic. I am a true meaning of like the last born person, like the baby of the family.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even Hal, like, and Gray, it's like you can be like, here's his sock, here's his hat. He leaves his hats everywhere. Hallie, I think I have her like shorts, her socks, her
Ethan will be like, this is Hal's and this is Hal's.
Here's her blanket. Yeah. Or glasses. You're like, where are your glasses? Freaking who knows where they are.
Yeah. She's lost them multiple times.
Yeah. But I think babies of the families are so used to people just
taking care of
doing it for them that they don't
true.
have to like actually worry about it. I always know that you're going to have a tampon or Nevaeh. I don't know. Who's most likely to turn a trip to Target into a 3-hour adventure? No. That sounds horrible. I don't want to be. I mean, maybe. I guess if I'm like,
if we like go to Target for a quick thing, and next thing you know, we're like scrolling or
strolling.
I was like, that ain't right.
Scrolling
through the aisles and trying on stuff, but
yeah, I don't really love to shop a long time.
We would rather just be on the couch.
Yes.
Stretching out.
In my bed.
Eating some snacks.
Listen, so I do like going to Target though and just, roll it, seeing what they got.
Not for 3 hours though.
Not for 3 hours. Okay. Should we do unpopular opinions? My unpopular opinion is pancakes are gross. Rachel thinks I'm crazy.
I also think you're really crazy that you think honey is gross.
Ugh.
I'm like, love honey.
I hate honey. And you know what it is? I don't know what I legitimately get grossed out even touching honey. I'm like, ugh. I literally want to gag.
I'm like trying
Rachel doesn't like spaghetti.
I really, it's not my favorite. I've learned to like eat it with the family. Josh and Jada, both their favorite meal.
Yeah. Grayson would eat it every day if he
I
could.
probably didn't even start eating it though until like my 30s.
Yeah, and everybody, when you don't like something, everybody is like, you'll like mine.
My spaghetti. And I'm like, I just don't really like it.
I don't like it. Should we do unpopular opinion fashion? Listen, I don't like dad shoes.
Oh, no.
Those New Balance ones. They've been a thing for a while and I can't get on board with it. I can't.
Fashion. Let me think.
Capris are coming back. They're coming back.
I don't know that I can. Okay, maybe I can get down with a loose capri, not the tight jean capri.
No.
That's a crime.
I don't like the capris either. Like I feel like, are these considered capris?
No, they kind of hit at your ankle.
Okay, because the ones that go here and they're like, my calves are, I just don't think they're very flattering. They cut you off at a weird angle.
Yeah.
But also, listen, I used to hate freaking gaucho pants and then I wore those all the time.
Remember when we hated the Toms?
Yes. And we bought them
and we loved them?
Yes. What else we've hated probably every fashion thing and then we're like, okay, I like it now. Loose jeans, we're like, we're not getting rid of our skinny jeans.
Oh my gosh.
Now we love our loose jeans.
And
I'm like,
if I put on a skinny jean, I'd feel like so self-conscious. I feel like it's just too exposing.
Or like, okay, here's the thing. Low-waisted pants are coming back.
Okay,
some people like that.
I can't get on board. Like your love handles like hanging over. Even if you don't have them, it looks like you do because they're
so low.
That's all I think about is like
Britney Spears.
Yes. And like even just in high school when like your underwear would hang out all the time. Yes.
Yeah. We listen all the time. You'd be like bend over and you're like, I hope my whale tail's hanging out. Like
it's like you didn't care. It was kind of like a flirty thing.
Yes.
I remember like guys would like try to like guess what color, and they'd be like, I saw it, they're blue.
Yeah, Lord, what a time to be alive. What else did we not like that I feel like we got on board with eventually? The dad shoes, I just really can't. I do like that 90s styles is coming back though.
Mm-hmm.
There are some that I'm like, okay, that's cute.
Like the claw clip.
I think it's the capris with the oversized blazer. I think Haley Bieber got with it, and I'm like, now everybody's doing it. I'm like,
why do I also feel like you have to be like a stick to pull off a lot of these styles?
100%.
Like, I'm like, I could never. Like, I got curves. I got a big booty. I got big boobs.
If you wore an oversized blazer,
no.
I just like can't even imagine it.
No.
Like, because some of these are like 10 times too big, it feels like. And I'm like, I don't know.
I know.
You do have to, I mean, no thanks. I saw unpopular opinion that people don't like guacamole, and I'm like, how? Yeah. Oh, I like this one. Okay, speed round. Would you still be my friend if? We do this all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Would you be my friend if I looked like this?
Would you be my friend if I laughed like this? We've done that since we were kids.
Yes. Like literally we'd have chocolate on our teeth. Like, would you be friends with me if I look like this? Like, why?
I say that to Josh still. They're like, would you still be married to me if?
I do too. All the time. If I walked like this, and I'd be like,
sometimes he just straight up goes, no. Like, I'm like, liar.
Ethan would be like, yeah.
Yeah, he lies.
He lies all the time. Okay. Would you still be my friend if I only posted quotes like rise and grind, babe? Yes.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I would think it was annoying, but
yeah,
I'd still be your friend.
If I dated your brother, you'd still be my friend, but that
I would be,
weird.
But it would really weird me out.
That would be so weird. Can you imagine?
I would.
First of all,
the only reason I would like it is because you'd be at all my family holiday events.
That would be amazing. Like people who marry brothers, and I'm like, I wish we did that.
I know,
but we didn't have any. Like, you could marry Ethan's brother, but Galen. But that would be it. If I clapped when the planes landed,
I would be your friend, but I wouldn't travel with you.
Yeah.
Or sit by you anyway. I'd be like, who is that girl? She's so embarrassing.
Yeah. I would never do that. No. You know what I cringe at? And this is my dad. I know you're listening. Every time we're in a movie, he claps when they get the bad guy. He's like literally
I remember
clapping.
You telling me that.
I'm like, Dad, stop. He'll be like, yeah. You hear him clapping. I'm like, Dad.
Stop it.
Yeah. Would you be my friend if I brought a full meal into the movie theater? Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Taco Bell just like carried in there.
Amber did that. I remember Amber and Brando, we went to a scary movie and they brought, we bring Dairy Queen in there all the time.
We used to, yeah.
Yeah. We used to back in the day. I'd hide it. And
now
you
can straight up buy nachos and pizza delivered to your freaking seat.
It's so nice. I could live in a movie theater. Okay. Pretty, petty, and reliable. Let's see. Would you be my friend if I unfollowed someone because you didn't like them? Yeah. Like, listen, I don't think that's.
I feel like that is what you should do.
But
like unfollow someone you don't like?
If you don't like them.
And you unfollowed them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be like, good. I don't like them.
Good.
Like, why is that controversial? Like, is that worded weird?
That is worded weird. Would you be my friend if I always made you take 1,000,000 photos before we leave? Listen, we both do that.
I was like,
yeah.
I mean, we're fine. Did anyone ask questions? Like, let's get spicy.
Oh, well, there was one that I wanted to do. Birth control. What do you both do and what you didn't? Do either of you use natural cycles? Rachel does.
Yeah.
She's not on any birth control.
I've never been, except for right after I had Jada, they told me like to go on the breastfeeding pill.
Yes,
and
that's
it
right.
messed my cycle up like crazy. I had like 3 periods in 1 month.
You never went on birth control in high school, did you?
Never.
Yeah.
We've always just kind of done
the pull-out method.
Pull out and
pull and pray. That's what you call it.
I've recently, though, been like, Josh, I feel like you should get a vasectomy. And he's very...
He's
scared.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Ethan was bruised all the way from his balls all the way up. And I was like, I was scared to even like touch him.
But like at the end
But
of
it
the
was
day,
fine.
like
you birthed 2 9-pound babies. He can handle a quick
yeah.
little-
And I'm like, if I were to get pregnant right now, like, would it be a little blessing? Yes. But like Jada and this baby wouldn't grow up together.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
there would be a 12-year age gap because she's almost 11. And if I had a baby right now, it would be like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that for my kids.
No. Well, your mom, was
had
there a 12?
9 years
9.
between me and my oldest brother and 9 years between me and my youngest brother.
That's insane.
There's 5 of us. So obviously, like,
Yeah.
that makes sense in the order.
Mm-hmm.
But then
But
it was,
as far as the youngest, he was.
Yeah, she had a surprise baby at 41.
Yeah, that definitely could happen.
I know.
I was on all the birth controls. I
Yeah.
feel like literally all
You
of them.
did
The NuvaRing.
Yes, I remember they were like in your fridge.
Yes, they were in my fridge. It was like
And you said you could feel it sometimes like poking out.
Yes. So sometimes it'd get wrapped around Ethan so this is like listen, this is how we talk all the time. But yes. So it was like a circle and it was super bendy and you just pop it in there and you just feel it floating around. If I was like going to the bathroom or going number 2, it would sometimes like push out. So but when me and Ethan would do it, it would literally, the ring would sometimes, I'd feel it like bink, 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 like popping in and out. And sometimes it'd get wrapped around Ethan and he'd be like, here you go. He'd have to take it off of him.
Oh my gosh.
And I'd have to shove it back in me. It was.
Yeah, you've done the IUD. Did you do the pill?
I did the pill when we were first about to get married. And I did that until we decided to have Austin. And then I just stopped and then was on the pill for a little bit. Then we did the NuvaRing because I was like, well, I don't like taking something every day. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted something more specific in the area, which is more like an IUD, but I didn't want that at the time. Mm-hmm. And then because it was like really expensive at that time. And I'm like, we can't afford that. So we did the NuvaRing and you could keep the NuvaRing out for like 3 hours and you wouldn't get pregnant, I guess, because it just affected your uterus and like your vaginal walls or whatever. I don't even know. But so eventually we ended up just taking it out. But when we were doing it, because I'm like, forget this stupid ring. But then we did the IUD again. And now Ethan snipped. I have my tubes tied and I had an ablation. The ablation I have loved purely because my periods are a lot shorter.
You didn't get your tubes tied. Didn't they just completely remove them?
They burned them and then they tied them.
Oh, I thought they removed your fallopian tubes, I thought.
No. Did they? They burned my uterus. Then they took a chunk out of my tubes, but then they burn them and then they tie them. So It's like they literally, apparently sometimes or back in the day, they would just snip them or something and not burn them and they could grow back together.
Oh, I thought like sometimes they would like an egg would get like
stuck.
Yeah, what ectopic pregnancies would happen.
Oh, that's probably why then.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's when a guy gets snipped because they were very much like we burned them, we tied them, we snipped them, we did all these things.
I mean, we know someone who had a vasectomy.
And got pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ethan, I was pregnant when Ethan got that done because I just knew, I'm like, we debated Grayson so many times. Like, should we have a third baby? Should we not? Should we?
And then I got pregnant and she immediately took her IUD out the next day.
Like, that's my sign. Rachel's having it.
I want to be pregnant with my best friend.
I want to be and then they were literally a month apart.
Well,
and
thank God you did. Think of how different phases of life we'd be in if you didn't have Gray.
I know.
Like, we wouldn't be going to water parks together and like this, you know what I mean?
It would be just me.
You would legit have like teenagers who are like,
see ya, bye. I hardly see Austin anymore because he's like gone all the time.
Yeah.
And Nevaeh is not, it's like the teenage phase is just like, oh yeah, sometimes no, I want to hang out with my friends, which I get. I like to give them their time.
I like
but
that.
Yeah.
To be gone and
for sure. I remember being like, I'm going to Target just to go to Target.
Yeah, just to drive somewhere and do something.
But I will say, if you're ever debating a kid, and I'll end on this little note, if you're debating another one, do it. You will never regret having another baby, but you will regret not having another one. Like, if you debate it, I think that's just something in you that is like, okay, maybe I do want another one. And I know that is easier said than done for some, but I know that for me, I am very glad that we decided to have a third.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine Gray without being in our family. He's made it so lively.
Yeah.
Like that child.
Well, imagine you would literally be like barely 40 and your kids would be gone.
I know. And when I was young, having kids, I remember being like, yeah, I can't wait to be a young mom. When I'm 40, Austin's going to be 20 and it's just going to be awesome. And I'm like, no, it's really different when you actually are like closer to 40. You're like, gosh, it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Like he's already going to be 18 in like 4 months. And I'm like, how?
Yeah, that's wild.
And he's going to college next year. I'm like, oh my gosh, it just goes really fast. So, I mean, I never debated a fourth one, but you know.
Yeah.
No birth control for me or Ethan.
I mean,
Kip Snup. I guess
me and Josh either, but
yeah.
We'll see.
They're pulling and praying every month. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in your next one. Bye.
Bye.